son.
That gave it away. I'm here. I'm here. I'm chilling. I'm here. I'm chilling.
Welcome back to the ALGS channel. Hope you guys are all doing well and having a great day so far. So sorry about no video yesterday. I just wanted to take the day off and be honest with you. I just wanted to go hang out in town and go shop and go spend time with the wife and kiddo. But we're back with ALGS news updates. Today we've got a team that is completely disbanded and a brand new roster being formed. Rambo has said that his announcement is coming today as to which team is going to be playing on this year. And also we've got some new contest drama as TSM seems to be contested once again by the only team that seems to actually have an effect on TSM. Do you have any guesses? Let me know down below before we jump into it. Like the video and subscribe to the channel if you guys want to stay up today, all things Apex Legends esports related. And we got a big announcement in today's. Let's go ahead and dive right into this. First thing I wanted to make mention of was Rambo and PvP on their revenge arc to try to get the digital threat removed. We've seen this wave for quite some time, and it's getting closer and closer and more in conversation. So years ago, I think maybe even a year ago, they started this whole conversation of maybe digital threat is a little overpowered. It really got silenced super quick, and over the last 2 months it has arose its head again. We've seen Shiv speak out about it, saying that it's too much. Dow2 speak out about it, saying that it's too much, and now the pros are doing the same. Now Rambo started it off by saying digital threats are becoming a major problem, especially now that Bangalore is like hard meta. Seems way too common for a golden item, and no way they should ever be in the crafter. I agree with that. I think it's a little too free, but I also think that with it being in the crafter, at least you know, hey, they have a digi, right? You know, you can expect it, you know, so you don't make bad pushes a lot of times. But with, you know, non-crafter, you don't know, and maybe you just get unlucky and they just accidentally got the RNG favored, and you know, it's a little weird. Now PvP actually showed a retweet where he had said this almost a full year ago, saying, I hope we see a full Bangalore meta so people can finally realize how broken the digi threat is and why it should not exist in Apex Legends. And here we are, full year circle, and we're like back at it again. Wait a second, this says Furia. Wait, no, okay, there auto updates. I was about to say, wait, he just bamboozled us. No, that's definitely right. Okay, so this is actually accurate. People are seeing finally that maybe the digital threat is a little too OP. Interested to see if you guys agree with that as well. Also wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on what's going on with Loopy. So you guys know that he was the coach for Optic Gaming, got second place at champs. This guy probably had a really good path ahead of him as far as the coaching is going, but he decided that he is not going to do so. He comes out to say, so to clear up any confusion, I am not looking for a team of year 4 for ALGS. I am taking some time to spend with my family, work on projects, and advance my career. I'm, however, open to other opportunities within esports to include collegiate or upper management positions within orgs as well. Does this mean I'm done with Apex? Yes and no. Yes, I am not looking for a coach position to work day-to-day in team operations for year 4, but no, I love this game community and I will still be on Reddit and Discords and may work to support events as admins and such. My time in Apex has been fun and rewarding. I've met tons of friends and made amazing memories, but this has been an amazing journey and I can't wait to see where the esport goes next. But it seems like his coaching days, unfortunately, are over. Also wanted to mention some crazy news coming out of the Apex scene. We did get this article, the brand new announcement. I wanted to let you guys know we have launched a website, Apex Legends Esports News. It's called apexglobalseries.com. Now this is an amazing, obviously I love the domain and we've got a great idea set here. So we are basically taking a Dexerto approach, but for ALGS news. So all things ALGS, right? If you don't get it right here on the live video updates, you will get it also on my Twitter with these articles, and we'll have, you know, deep analysis as well. So make sure to go check it out. The link is down in the description below. We got a lot of news topics on here as well. We've covered everything, man. It's just been really good. I think this is a very much needed source for the ALGS, and I'm glad to bring it as well. So the tweet that mentioned fortunate stuff to see.
Seems like on this channel, there's always someone getting punched in the face or something. How does this keep happening? And this time, it isn't Johnny Somali making fun of some Japanese people in their home country. This time, it's not even Fusi.
Hey guys.
All right, but it is someone that Fusi has slapped before. This guy named Jack Doherty just got slapped by another guy named Prime. Not Logan Paul's drink, by the way. A different guy. Bad name, though. I mean, that's a bad name. Prime's a terrible name. Come on. What the fuck? These don't sound real. Like, this doesn't... Prime, Jack Doherty... These are real people who are very stupid. And they are with the likes of Sneeko, Aiden Ross, and the other... idiots. The degenerate streamers. Degenerates. So who's Jack Doherty? Well, this slappable little fellow seemed to have blown up a while ago on YouTube with challenge videos, such as I flipped all of these, and it's like a little boy in the background. It's literally just a child, dude. And now he's a famous hypebeast YouTuber that lives in LA and hangs out with a bunch of idiots. He's like 7 years old doing these videos. What the hell is going on? How is this even legal? Singing Rockstar on the Walmart intercom. Kicked out.
Come on, security.
Dude's a fucking Walmart menace. He also apparently has a little OnlyFans where he shows his pecker. 1,000 posts? Oh my god. How old is he? He's 19. How does he have a fucking 1,000 posts? And he's 19. What the fuck? He's been posting for hopefully only a year. And by the way, I only mentioned the OnlyFans because he adverts it on his YouTube. He literally has an advertisement for OnlyFans on his YouTube, which is against the terms of service. Click here, and then it goes to his Instagram, and then that goes to his OF, which is... I don't even know if that's I think that is. I really don't know, though. And by the way, you can't blame me for finding that shit. If you want me to go find it so bad, then I'm gonna fucking find it. This dork seems to be incredibly wealthy, like all of those other people out there in California or whatever and stuff. And of course, singing rock star. Famous YouTube with challenge videos, such as I flipped all of these. So that's Jack Doherty, basically. You know him. Okay. Little influencer, OnlyFans model. I really don't know what this little fella is. Izzy Prime or Prime is another guy that's been hanging around with this group of people recently. And like I said, he's his own man. He's not associated with KSI or Logan Paul. Fortunately for him, I do like his Bitmoji though on his YouTube channel. He has his profile picture is a Bitmoji. He's got racks, dude. Is he playing Uno with a +4 wild card? No, he's got racks. Prime is basically new blood. He's the opposite of Jack Doherty. He hasn't been shown as for long or at all. I really don't know. And he didn't do bottle flips 6 years ago. He is probably the smallest audience of this whole group, so that means he has the most to prove. And all these fucking goobers are always trying to make headlines with like antics and just doing crazy stuff. I mean, let's take Fousey for example. His entire come up over the last few months with G7 was just done by doing the craziest thing at any given moment and hoping that somehow God would be, or Allah would be on his side and prevent him from getting canceled. His biggest moment over the last 3 months was exploiting a trafficked woman in an airport and then getting into a lot of trouble.
You got sold in this trade? I actually care about this shit because I'm like an advocate for like against trading and all that shit.
I really don't know. He called the police on himself and is, I assume, in a psychiatric ward still.
Hi, my life is in danger right now. I have a guy threatening my life. He knows my address. He called my hotel room. Hey, free Fousey! Hashtag free Fousey!
Actually, he is for sure in a psychiatric ward.
Just want to say hi. I miss y'all. I'm currently under, what's it called? This thing the cops put me under.
Involuntary hold.
They drug me up every day. Anytime I say something wrong, wallahi, they put a needle this big into my arm.
Hey man, maybe that's a sign. There's nothing wrong with going to a mental hospital, but I feel like, how do you continue doing this whole thing that these people are doing after you go to a mental hospital? And the main question from all this is any of this new stuff even real? Is the Izzy Prime stuff real? Is Jack Doherty real? It seemed like when Fousey was doing it, it was real because he's in a mental hospital now. No offense or whatever. I'm not sure if I'm supposed to be laughing. The guy clearly was having a mental episode, a mental breakdown, and then just live streaming it. If that wasn't real and he was like pretending the whole time and just sort of taking advantage of people's attention, then he is an evil piece of shit. Fingers crossed though, he actually is in the mental hospital and is getting help and doing what he needs. But while he's gone, guys, we've got the new blood. I just introduced them. Izzy Prime, Jack Doherty. And by the way, Jack Doherty already got slapped and like abused by Fousey a few months ago, which I'm sure you saw.
Hey, now we can't box.
Fousey was being incredibly disrespectful to this young man, and I didn't really know a lot about Jack when I saw this initially, so I was like, man, Fousey, what an asshole.
Hey, my is hard.
Now it just seems like this is the type of stuff that these people do. Izzy has been starting beef with basically everyone recently, and most notably, he started beef with a fella named Zerka, all right, of the Flat Earth fame.
When you go scroll out with Google Earth, which all the photos were taken by Google Earth, not a satellite. Satellites are not real. When you Google satellites, it's all CGI photos of satellites, unless you look at the
You say satellites are not real?
Do you have like a thing we could pull
Are you
up?
saying satellites are not real?
Absolutely fake.
Satellites.
Yes. Why?
I don't even know what to say about that guy,
Moron.
genuinely. But there was a situation that transpired between
These kids are
Prime
fucking
and
idiots.
Zerka. Zerka instigated some shit with Prime and his friends saying he wasn't particularly fond of black people. So Prime, assisted by his friends, tried tackling and beating up Zerka in an epic clip.
Do you like blacks? I'm not particularly fond of them. What the fuck do you mean by that?
I mean, this is the most brain dead shit that it's so obviously, in my opinion, this looks just so manufactured and just weak and lazy. I mean, come on, at least actually fight. Have you guys ever seen a real fight? This is not what a real fight looks like. I've never seen a real fight. Someone tell me. I don't know what any of this. I'm just a little white guy. I'm just a little fella. I got a dog in my cat tree. The dude throwing just fake ass kicks. Like, what is going on here? They're just getting attention. They're trying to follow the Fusi method. The only difference, these people are not in a mental crisis, so it isn't as funny to watch. I'm just being honest, all right? It shouldn't be fun to watch, but that's just the way it is. I'm genuinely having trouble finding people who watch this shit and actually find it entertaining. Hello, are you out there? Are you out there? Now, obviously, to settle this beef between Prime and Zerka, they stepped into the ring to do some kick influencer boxing, and it's super cringe. They just stomp around and throw some blind haymakers, punches and stuff, and at one point, Prime does rock Zerka, or at least connects, sort of, kind of, a little bit. Both of these dudes literally look like they've never thrown punches in their fucking life. I cannot believe this. I thought Zerka would at least be able to throw hands, genuinely. And also, on top of Zerka, Prime doesn't just have beef with him, he also has beef with Jack Doherty and just slaps him right in the face with a classic bitch slap.
Yeah! Yeah! I told you! Yo, see, you're 25 minutes.
I really don't know what the cause of this is, by the way. I don't really know. I think he was talking shit.
He was like,
Jack,
yo,
I
you're
mean,
25.
He was arguing and stuff.
That's what he said.
They just slap people. Like, I don't understand this, man. Who are these people? Is this real life? The egos are insane. I love that they're hosing each other down with some kind of weird juice all the time. Just some, not literally, by the way. I just mean like they're... And they just hosing each other down with stuff all the time, trying to start shit. I don't know, whether it's slapping each other in the face or watching cuties with Sneeko. I don't know what. It always just seems weird, and they're always hosing each other down with something. Do you know what I mean? No! After Jack gets slapped like a, I don't know, some kind of working child in the early industrial revolution who showed up an hour late to his 18-hour shift. I don't fucking know, dude. Security pushed Prime out of the house, and then the fight spilled into the driveway with police being called. Oh, wow. Wasting police's time for some dumb shit on a stream.
Twitter.com/Zerka official. Twitter.com/Zerka.
That's just so dumb.
Twitter.com/Zerka official. Twitter.com/Zerka official. Twitter.com/Zerka.
Oh, shut up, bro.
Everyone just continues doing what they're doing. It's so obnoxious. I really, truly, who's watching this? Who the fuck is watching this shit? Is it because it's like a dumpster fire? Is that why people are watching it? Someone help, help, get Fusi back out. Hopefully he'll become a new man for the third time. And then he'll be a good guy now. Maybe he'll have a good guy arc, maybe. Please fix this. By the way, if you thought it ended there, you're wrong. The situation then escalates even further. While the police are asking Jack what he wants to do with Prime, since he's the homeowner and he's the one who got slapped and assaulted, Jack then decides to ask Siri to do a coin flip to see whether or not Prime should go to jail.
Let's flip a coin. Let's ask Siri. Let's ask Siri. See what happens when I flip the coin.
All they're influencers. These people have influence over the youth of this country, and I'm really worried about that. We'll have a bit of a statement here in a second. The main reason I made this video. Huge L incoming very soon. And by the way, the entire time Aiden's just sitting at home on his stream watching this all unfold, doing some kind of commentary as like a weird reaction streamer, just jacking it like a cuckold. 2 years ago, we had Twitch with like Hassan, and the biggest drama was, you know, Doc going to fucking TwitchCon and recording someone in a public bathroom. Now we have these mouth-breathing fucking troglodytes dancing around, gallivanting in Los Angeles. So who is watching this, by the way? That's a question that I've been echoing for months, and especially in this video, because I really want to fucking know. And guess what? We kind of have an answer. Children. Whoa, that's crazy. You've got two choices. These degenerates or Sniper Wolf if you're a child, or also Coco Melon. The fact that these goobs have created a platform where this behavior is just sort of normal and expected is unbelievable to me. This is like the prank style YouTube clicks of the 2016 era. Taking
for being the most racist, homophobic, transphobic, misogynist, not giving a fuck, schizo stream on the internet because we're not apologizing. I don't give a fuck.
He's such a fucking loser.
Oh, that one's so hard, dude. Sneako's also been boxing recently, which is awesome. I love watching these people box. It's really embarrassing because people make fun of fucking iDubbbz for being a soy boy, and all these people at the fucking Creator Clash thing, they're all a bunch of soy boys, whatever. They don't like Sam Hyde. They all look better than these fucking goobers. What is this shit? Come on, dude. What? Who are these people? And while they're at it, by the way, they want to start a content house, Sneako, Fusi, and Neon. Neon is this kid, the kid who just gets shamed all the time, who Andrew Tate took under his wing. And then while they were talking about it, Prime's name was brought up as a potential candidate for the house. Dude, what the fuck? They're gonna create this 7th circle of hell is what they're gonna create.
We have people.
We have us 4.
Who else? We need like 2 more.
Who?
Cheeser wouldn't because it's girl.
Honestly, Prime, I was thinking about it. Comedy wouldn't do it. He lives with his parents, and he's spoon-fed all of his
I don't even think your chat would want me to live in the house.
I hope these people aren't actually influencers and they're just making content that no one actually takes seriously. Please let that be the case. It seems like that was the case with Fusi. He was getting just roasted hardcore by every comment that I saw, which was good. People just saying he needed to go to a mental health facility, and he has gone to a mental health facility, which is good. From management, today marks 2 years since he checked into rehab and changed his life for the better. He would love to be on the outside to celebrate with you guys, but unfortunately, that isn't the case. He's taking time away to focus on his mental health, and I'm happy to tell you that he's doing so much better than ever and looking better than he ever has. So much plans for when he's out. Remember, guys, there are 0.4 seconds left on the clock in Game 7 of the NBA Finals. You're taking the shot. You know what to do. G7. It's a mindset. See, there's a potential for positivity, but this guy does it real. These other guys are fucking fakers. So we'll see. We'll see how this goes. Yeah, these people are so fucking toxic. It's unbelievable. I mean, I was talking about drugs earlier. Seems like on this channel, there's always someone getting punched in the face or something. Seems like on this channel.
Ethos versus Yasuo, a League versus Valorant event. We had Nemo versus Anna Maya, like a women's Grand Master match. Extra Emily was going to fight Sandwich. Toph Sonic Fox, that was the perspective match. That wasn't locked. We had 2 chess GMs. These 2 are chess boxing pros. One is like the GOAT of chess boxing. One is the reigning champ. We had another women's Grand Master match. So we had 4 women's cards, which I thought was really awesome. And we even had Tubbo and Skeppy. Tubbo and Skeppy, which is going to be super hype. So a lot of great fights. This isn't all the fights. This is a lot of the fights that we had prepped until we found out that there might be something going wrong. And that was part of the hardest part of this for me, right? Because when I do an event, I ask people to do the event, right? I have to. When I do World's Greatest Gamer, I say, hey, Jerax 10, will you come do this? And I'm not paying them as much as they should be paid, right? They get part of the prize pool, sure, but if Tens just went live, he'd make more money.
I am feeling a little sick. And it sucks.
Hey everybody, we are back with Titanfall 2 by popular demand, and I was absolutely blown away by the support you guys showed on my first Titanfall video. I've been having so much fun playing Titanfall lately, and because of that, I'm going to be uploading the game a lot more. Big shout out to everyone who's been playing Titanfall 2, recognizing me in game, and saying, Mint Blitz, we love the videos, keep them coming, so that's what I'm doing today. I have continued playing Titanfall 2, improving my movement, my gunplay, which Titan is my favorite, and you guys said you wanted to see me play the Titanfall 2 campaign, so the next Titanfall 2 video I do will be the campaign. I'm very excited to try it out, as everyone says it's fantastic. With that said, let's jump into the video. We've got a lot to talk about. So first of all, I gotta say, Titanfall 2 refuses to die. The community is so strong. Every single time this game goes on sale, the population explodes like 500%. And you can see why, because the game is so much fun. I went to check the Steam charts, and just from the last time the game was on sale, I wasn't kidding about 500%. It was literally over that, and for a game to have that big of a turnaround is almost unheard of. Now, what really stood out to me was once the sale was over, the population is sticking around. Of course, it's going to dip a little bit, but the bulk of the players remain. You can find games all throughout the day, and the servers are so much better. I I heard the servers were completely broken until the janitor fixed them, but they seem even more stable as time goes on. I'm not sure if they're continuing to fix what they can, but when the servers first got fixed, when it started to get late at night, the servers would start to get a bit sketchy, very laggy, you would teleport, and some would even crash. Now I'm playing all throughout the day at various different times, and it's stable 95% of the time, which is a huge turnaround. Now in terms of gameplay, you guys are going to be able to tell from my first video to now, my grapple hook skills have improved so much. I've been practicing and practicing and practicing, trying to get better and better footage for you guys to have more entertaining stuff to watch while I talk. My movement is so much better, so much more confident, how fluid.
What it's about.
Breaking news from the NBA, Adrian Wojnarowski is the man behind the news. Damian Lillard from Portland to Milwaukee. Woj, give us the details and all the players involved in this trade.
Jay, blockbuster deal that lands the Milwaukee Bucks and Giannis Antetokounmpo, All-NBA guard Damian Lillard. It's a three-team trade that brings Lillard to the Bucks. Portland got a tremendous haul back, including DeAndre Ayton from the Phoenix Suns, Drew Holiday from the Bucks, an unprotected 2019 or 2029 Milwaukee first-round pick, and a couple of unprotected pick swaps. Yusuf Nurkic, Grayson Allen, Nasir Little, Keon Johnson, they go to a Suns team that was ready to move on from Ayton. They certainly saved some money with Nurkic, but a very good veteran center. But I think for Portland now, they're going to look to move on Drew Holiday. He could be a free agent next year. They are rebuilding with really a terrific group of young guards. And now this deal and the return for the Blazers, you can't really fully constitute it till you see now what they can get for Drew Holiday, who's certainly a championship level point guard, multi-time All-Star. And now for the Milwaukee Bucks, though, this is an organization that made the Drew Holiday trade a few years ago to pair with Giannis Antetokounmpo, won a title. And now they may have very well have extended their window with Giannis by bringing in Damian Lillard, a player that Giannis was determined to play with. And this was, I think, the relationships with Joe Cronin, the Portland GM, John Horst in Milwaukee. Milwaukee stayed in this, trying to find a deal and trying to find the assets that would allow them to land Lillard, and they do it. And so now, certainly Milwaukee makes itself a favorite in the East, bringing in Lillard, who has 4 years left on his deal. Obviously asked for the trade back in early July. He wanted the Miami Heat. I'm told that Portland and Miami never seriously engaged and got any real traction in talks. Portland did not love what Miami had to offer them, and now they land in DeAndre Ayton, a young center who fits the timeline with this very athletic Portland group they're putting together. And remember now, Damian Lillard, as he goes back to the Bucks, he'll be reunited with his former head coach in Portland, Terry Stotts, who is now an assistant coach on new coach Adrian Griffin's staff in Milwaukee.
Well, that's a lot to digest. I want to move off of Dame for a second and talk about Phoenix, because there was talk, what they were going to do with DeAndre Ayton. So with him gone, what does this do for the Suns?
Well, this certainly allows them, listen, they certainly save some money moving on Ayton, bringing in Nurkic, who makes about half the money that Ayton did. Owed, I think, $54 million on the rest of his deal. Ayton was over $100 million. But certainly that relationship had run its course in Phoenix. Ayton is certainly former #1 overall pick, certainly a very talented player. He fits in with that group in Portland. He fits in with their timeline of a young team. And now you look at Phoenix, they gather up more depth. Nasir Little, another wing player, Grayson Allen gives them certainly some
this basketball
shooting,
season is going to be
from
nuts.
that guard spot.
I'm not someone who often upgrades technology unless I absolutely have to, unless I'm forced to evolve. For example, and this will get me bullied a little bit, thrown up against the lockers and made fun of, I actually used my iPod Touch all the way up until about 6 months ago as my primary means of listening to music. I used my iPod Touch from about 2009 or 2010 all the way until 2023 with no problems and no plans of changing that. The only reason I switched to just making a music playlist on YouTube to listen to songs from now on is just because that was a little more convenient to add new tracks to it. Whereas to add a new track to my iPod Touch, I had to fire up iTunes, which already feels like an archaic fossil for music. And then I also had to convert songs if I wanted to download them from the internet into a specific format to work with iTunes and my iPod Touch. So it was just jumping through hoops, and it was just kind of a headache. So eventually, I reluctantly just took all of the songs from my iPod and made a music playlist on YouTube for it. But if I didn't have to like convert songs, I'd still be using my iPod Touch to this day. I just don't feel the need to upgrade unless there's a big reason to. Whether it's it stops working, malfunctions, or the newer model just has an unbelievably massive amount of changes that are beneficial. And I really do think things were made stronger back in the day, built to last. My original iPod I actually still have, and it works flawlessly. Meanwhile, if you get a modern Apple product, there's a chance it stops working within the first fucking week. Because some of these things they put out, and it's not just Apple, it's not exclusive to them, but some of these things modern companies put out are designed to not last that long, so that way it keeps you buying into their system and on their products. It sucks, but that's just kind of the reality of the world right now. The reason I mention all of this is because right now there's a lot of controversy around the iPhone 15's durability, because it's very fragile from most of the tests that have been put out there, especially when compared to older iPhones that don't break and shatter as easily. I still have an iPhone 11 and no plans of upgrading to the 15 or anything like that because I don't need to. But there are people that every single time Apple puts out a new phone, they get it. Even when they don't need to, their older one works fine, they still get the newer model just because they're hooked on the latest and greatest. And this time around, they're getting a rude awakening with just how fragile the iPhone 15 appears to be. Have you seen the mass amounts of news regarding the iPhone 15's durability? Yeah.
Integrity of the iPhone 15 Pro Max.
Bang. I saw a lot of like actual brain dead takes on that, like he tried to break the iPhone 15 and it broke. Shocking. What were you expecting? Well, you shouldn't be able to break a phone with just that minimal amount of pressure. This guy apparently does this for every single new iPhone, and this is the first one to do that. Like, I'm a pretty strong guy. I'm up there with Hercules. I can't break... There's a good chance I can't break my iPhone 11 by doing that. But I'm not going to put it to the test, because sometimes I don't know my own strength. The point is, it's real fragile. Give it the rice. That should fix a busted iPhone. Just put it in rice. It'll repair all of this instantly. Also, all the drop tests have broken the phone and removed the camera in 1 or 2 drops. That, to me, isn't surprising. I haven't seen the drop tests, but I would be very curious. I imagine out of all of the major products, Apple's are the most fragile. And it won't even be close. That's my theory. Just do the 3rd video drop test. But like I said, this isn't going to surprise me.
What's up, guys?
I'm
Everything
confident
Apple Pro
they will
here,
break.
The iPhone 15
and
Pro
so
Max
would mine.
is here. I had to do a video for this one. Titanium. Finally
Nice.
here, USB.
Again, that doesn't make my jaw go to the floor. I expect that with Apple products, and I have for a long time. What I wouldn't expect, though, is to bend it and have it break so quickly and easily. They marketed the phone as not needing a case, then it's the least durable iPhone, how surprising. Also, lowering of repair costs and quality. I didn't look at any of the marketing material. I don't know if that's a claim they actually made or if you're making it up. Sounds like a claim they'd make. I saw they made the claim that they're fucking saving the planet, basically. So that sounds like a ludicrous claim they'd make.
Ludicrous.
Android for the win. I haven't seen that typed out in many, many years. For the win. Goddamn, what a throwback. Is Android actually pretty durable? Let me see. Let me look at an Android bin test. What's your most recent Android model? Looks like this is your most recent Android.
OnePlus and I have had a fairly
my
rocky
God.
relationship recently. It kind of all started with the OnePlus 10
Fucking crime
Pro.
scene. He murdered it.
and continued with the OnePlus 10T.
That looks less durable than the iPhone. He fucking snapped that like a twig. Unless this is the strongest man in the world. I mean, that did not seem to take much effort.
But don't worry, OnePlus. With our...
No, it's the S23.
As far as durability goes, Samsung has never had any issues. Besides the model that exploded, everything else has been pretty great.
Okay,
and this
nice.
S23 Ultra is no exception. Bending from the front
Handling
to
it like a
no
champ.
flex, and flipping over the Ultra to the back, rigid as a rock. For anyone who does buy this model, whether it's this year for full price...
Nice. See, that's what I would expect with a phone. That it wouldn't just immediately crumble to dust. Like a potato chip. 15 Pro survived the bin test, though. Why do we live in Fantasyland? We just watched it. Yeah, I'm sure the phone still works, but it had ridiculous amounts of damage to it. He fucking blasted it. That was the Pro Max, not Pro. I forgot there's 15 different levels to the iPhone scams. Christ. Okay. I'll look at the So which one? So not the Pro Max, but the Pro. Eat a hot pepper for everything you don't like about new iPhones. I have an iPhone. Like, the thing is, I don't care that much. The only thing I don't like when Apple releases a new product is that my older products stop working as well. Like, it's not a conspiracy, it's just fucking observable data, observable truth. My iPhone battery drains much quicker now since the 15 has come out. And it's been that way every time they release something new. But other than that, I don't really give a fuck. All I use it for is calls. I don't use it to do fucking music videos or anything. I just use it for text and calls. I just don't care. I'm never going... Like, I'm probably not going to break it in my pocket. Though I think with the Pro Max, there is a real potential that you could. Because it's so fragile, there is a chance if you put it in your back pocket and sit down, you could probably break it with that.
That'd be terrible, bro.
2008? I think. When did the iPhone come out? Because I got the...
Oh my God, bro! You want to get into it? All right. So check this out. It's on, dude. I swear to God, and I'm not joking, dude.
Bring it up. Oh, I'm the dumb one.
You can't argue there's something about me.
You have no idea what you're saying. Oh, you like that cuck shit, Ben and Jerry's?
Yeah, I do.
That's for cucks.
It's not.
Yeah, they steal the land from Indians and then they make ice cream.
They steal the land from Indians?
Yep. And then they demand white people pay the bill.
Really?
That's why I don't wear my chunky donkeys anymore. Two cucks run that company.
Seriously?
Yep. Look it up. Spokane.
But
You ever been
whoopsie
there?
though, right? Because I'll be in
been there?
Cleveland. It's your favorite holiday?
Yeah, Halloween. My kids love it. We go to the Nights of the Jack right here in Calabasas. That place is haunted. That place is super haunted.
No,
my boy
there's no such
Zach
thing as
Baggins did an adventure there.
Yeah, but there's no such thing as
It
haunted.
is though. You got to believe to achieve.
Can you tell me your name?
It's Brittany, bitch.
To Woody Woodpecker because he's very into Woody Woodpecker now.
The movie or the cartoons?
The movie, the new
The movie's good. Yeah, it's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's really bad.
My son, he's Tiger's into.
Nice. Hell yeah, that movie fucking sucked on girls, huh? Look at that.
It was tough. I enjoyed it as a kid though. Was I a kid?
You have been.
Or was I a teenager?
You have been. They're like, there's.
Was I a kid? You have been. You have been.
Another problem I see that has happened to me is everyone is so nice to you all the time. It's like you're living in a fake reality. What has happened so many times is I know people are just altering their personalities to try to get my approval, and I'm just not about it. I really don't care what anyone thinks because a lot of attractive people that are gorgeous and hot as follow me, so...
Ladies and gentlemen, today's gonna be a hard watch. And don't get me wrong, I'm not talking about a nice looking timepiece. You're about to see something that's gonna make you question your faith in the future of humanity. Okay, well maybe that's a bit of an exaggeration, but it is bad. Now we've seen a lot of TikTokers on this channel who have made it abundantly clear that they fully believe that they are the center of the entire universe. That what they say is fact no matter what, and they are more important than everybody else out there. Now normally, these people are identified by doing things like going out and pulling, quote, pranks pranks that are better identified as felonies, or going into public and being a general nuisance in the name of content, or, in the case of today's video, going onto TikTok and proclaiming that your life is harder than everybody else's because you're so pretty. This TikToker by the name of Bethany
She's not even pretty,
Bocci,
though.
I'm not sure, recently went kind of viral for making a TikTok stating that if you are an attractive person, you can't be friends with ugly people. I'm seriously not joking here, guys. I'm quoting the video. She says that you can't be friends with ugly people because they're only going to see how well people treat you because you're attractive, which is in turn going to make them try and find out every little thing wrong with you to use against you. She says that only other attractive people can understand this struggle, so you have to band together with pretty people, otherwise your ugly friends will try and sabotage you. She continues to say it took her a long time to realize how attractive she was and to learn about this phenomenon, and that now everything makes sense. She says it's so tiring being around ugly people because all they do is compare themselves to you, and all they want to do is complain, when in reality she always has bigger problems, and that people that are ugly never have real problems. I'm seriously not joking. These are words that came out of a human being's mouth. If you want to watch the entire thing and listen to her babble about it for 5 minutes, go to her TikTok page, because that's not the video we're going to be watching today. We're going to be watching the video that she followed this up with, where she talks about for 8.5 minutes how hard it is to be an attractive person in the modern world. Getting through this one's going to take some real strength, guys, so I'd recommend taking a personal moment and just really preparing yourself for 8 minutes of nothing but narcissistic whining.
never
It's
mind.
pretty bad. You'll say, let's begin.
No,
Subscribe.
no, thank you.
So all the
No,
ugly-
thank you. No, thank you. I thought it was gonna be him. Exploring an untouched abandoned hotel. Ooh. I remember that paper, the Bat Child. I remember that shit. Worst marketing gimmicks in the music.
From Katy Perry creating a national biohazard in Australia and Mario Judah faking domestic abuse, to Apple Music forcing U2's album into everyone's library, and Justin Bieber desperately begging people to make his song go #1, there have been a ton of terrible marketing gimmicks done by popular artists. So today we are going to be looking into some of the worst marketing attempts
When they put the U2 album on my iPhone, I wanted to throw my iPhone out the window.
in the music industry. Starting off with Mario Judah faking domestic abuse to promote his song I Cannot Love You. So Mario Judah is the smallest and least relevant artist on this list, but the marketing gimmick he attempted for his song has to be probably one of the worst ones I've ever seen. So back in 2020 and 2021, he was going viral for things like this.
A lot of people are so... That's gotta be racist. There's no way.
After his virality from the song Die Very Rough, his Drewski interview, and other things, he attempted a new marketing strategy. This was around the time Playboi Carti was teasing his long-awaited album Whole Lotta Red. But since fans had been waiting so long, Mario Judah began to claim he would release the album if Playboi Carti wouldn't. He gave him a deadline of December 6th, and if he didn't release the album by then, Mario Judah would drop it for him. Since Carti didn't release his album, Mario Judah put out a single that was surprisingly solid and sounded a lot like Playboi Carti. However, Mario Judah did really force this marketing gimmick, and about a week later he put out 3 more songs, but by that point people didn't really care too much anymore. Mario Judah began losing momentum and started to fall off, and he must have been desperate at that time based on the marketing gimmick he tried next. In early 2021, Mario Judah had allegedly broken up with his girlfriend because she had cheated on him. He was tweeting things like, "If you're a cheater, you're gonna die this week. I'm coming to kill you." So it was already pretty weird, but somehow it got much worse. On January 21st of 2021, Mario Judah was live on Instagram when he was talking about his ex-girlfriend and how she cheated on him. Then he conveniently ran into her and basically pretended to assault her.
Oh, stop the car, bro. Stop the car. Hell no, bro. You serious? This right here. What the are you serious, bro? Bro, what the did you do? What the You got too much going on, bro. What the did you do? You know, I'm gonna go do some more shit to him. What the
A lot of people in the stream and online thought it was real, and tons of people were talking about it on Twitter. Some outlets even reported on it, although most people were very skeptical of whether or not it was real. Conveniently, Mario Judah released the song I Cannot Love You the following day. The song was all about how, like I said, he was cheated on and how he couldn't love that girl anymore. Tons of people online were talking about how lame and weird it was for him to fake domestic abuse for publicity. One commenter even said, "This dude really fumbled the bag and is going out sad. Faked assaulting a girl on Instagram Live. WTF is he thinking?" Likely due to all of the negativity, he later explained, "What happened in my live the other night was acted out to show you all what happens when you are all in a f***ed up relationship. If you end up in an abusive relationship or hurtful relationship, you end up hurting each other." Regardless of its meaning though, it was definitely a terrible marketing scheme. And based on how his career is going right now, I think we can all agree it didn't really work out. So it's really funny, but the day after I recorded this video, Mario Judah did another really funny, crazy marketing gimmick. Basically, he finally returned to Instagram and the internet after being gone for a very long time and made a post about how the world is about to end. He wrote out this entire paragraph on how to baptize yourself so that you can go to heaven when the apocalypse comes. So it looks like Mario Judah has a pre-tribulation view of the rapture. Pretty interesting stuff. And what's funny about this is that it doesn't seem genuine whatsoever based on one, the marketing scheme I just covered, and two, the fact that he accompanied the post with a song that he called a diss track towards Satan. It's like, obviously he's just trying to market himself again to blow up. The Bible even talks about how no one knows when the world's gonna end, so he doesn't know what he's talking about. But yeah, this is just another funny marketing gimmick he randomly decided to try as I made this video. And while Mario Judah's marketing attempt was outright terrible, Drake and Spotify's was just plain annoying. In the summer of 2018, Drake began gearing up to release his album Scorpion. After a few hit singles, Drake released the album on June 29th of 2018. Prior to its release, he had done the usual marketing with things like billboards in Toronto, but the issue was that when the album was released, Spotify slapped Drake's face on almost all of their editorial playlists. It made sense maybe seeing him on playlists like Rap Caviar, R&B, and This Is Drake, but he was even featured on playlists with genres of music he didn't even make. He was seen on playlists like Fresh Gospel, Best of British, Ambient Chill, and plenty of other playlists that he didn't even have his music in.
That's annoying.
Someone on Reddit actually did the math and saw that less than 50% of the playlists with Drake's face actually included his music. It was really odd, and I doubt Drake himself had anything or much at all to do with this decision, but no outlet stated whether this was paid promotion or something schemed up by Spotify and his team. I'd assume that was the case since Spotify has to gain something from it, but we don't really know for sure what their motive was. Many users argued that they were paying the subscription so that they didn't have to see the ads, even though Spotify was basically shoving Drake's music down their throats. This was a pretty big deal on the internet for a while, and like you can see, tons of people were upset. Because of this, a lot of people were demanding refunds from Spotify, and surprisingly enough, Spotify actually began giving out some refunds. One person on Reddit said that they talked with customer support and received a refund, and recommended that many other people attempt the same. Since Spotify pushes music so hard, and to be fair, was a pretty solid album, it's no surprise Drake broke the streaming record for most streams in 24 hours and in a week with this album. This whole situation is even more interesting because supposedly he had signed a $19 million deal with Apple Music. In the end, the entire situation just ended up being strange. On a similar but much worse note, U2 and Apple had a marketing scheme just like Drake and Spotify. When Steve Jobs was working on the iPod and iTunes, he had relationships with a lot of artists, including the band U2. They'd been friends with Steve Jobs for a while and even joined him for dinner at his house to discuss business. Apple used their music in commercials and in turn released a U2 themed iPod. They actually made a few. Apple, along with many other companies, also worked with Bono for his product Red in an attempt to raise money and awareness to eliminate AIDS from African countries. It's obvious that Apple and U2 were close, and they were able to maintain that relationship when Tim Cook took over as CEO. Meanwhile, U2 had began working on their album Songs of Innocence. Bono mentioned that he was uncertain that the band would be able to remain relevant, which may have had a hand in the decisions that were to be made. On the flip side, Apple wanted to keep iTunes relevant as Spotify was on the rise. So instead of doing something like an iTunes exclusive release, U2 and Apple planned something pretty stupid, to put it plainly. On September 9th of 2014, Apple held an annual event like they normally do, where they announced what they had planned. They announced the iPhone 6, which is always a big deal, and they also announced the launch of the first ever Apple Watch. But Apple also announced their collaboration with U2. U2 was invited out on stage to perform a brief concert for everyone at the Apple event, and it was here that they announced their new album, Songs of Innocence. They awkwardly announced that Apple was going to send out U2's album to everyone for free.
And I think you can help us. How do we get this to as many people as possible.
Well, you know, we do have iTunes.
Could you get this to them?
Sure, we could do that.
So basically, as Bono admitted in his memoir, he suggested the idea to Tim of sending every iTunes user their new album for free. Now, if you're young, this was before Apple Music, and on iTunes you had to pay for albums. I think it was like
you don't like it.
I was a kid with no money though, so all I could afford were those 99-cent songs. And sometimes, if you're lucky, they had a 39-cent ringtone. But anyways, Bono suggested that Apple pays U2 for the music, and in exchange, they distribute it to all the iTunes users for free. So on September 9th of 2014, Apple paid U2 over $100 million and sent out the album to its over 500+ million iTunes users. They claimed that it was the largest album release of all time. However, people were understandably pretty upset about this. Some even labeled them the most hated band in America. This is because back in the day, your iTunes music was stored locally on your phone. The entry-level iPhone 6 that was announced the same day they launched the album only had 16 gigabytes of storage, which is not much. So this had to have been extremely annoying for people with limited space, especially since it couldn't be deleted as easily as other albums could. There was an option to hide it, but not to delete it. So many people woke up one day with a random U2 album on their phone. Many people probably didn't even know the band, and they just couldn't get rid of it. I really liked Tyler, the Creator's reaction to this decision. Anyways, a week after this launched, Apple posted a web page that gave a tutorial on how to remove the album because there was so much backlash. Bono said he first thought it was just some internet drama and that it wasn't a big deal, but he said shortly after that he realized that they had bumped into a serious discussion about the access of big tech to our lives. He said that he takes full responsibility, and it seems like he does really regret the decision. Apple had later released a report that said 33 million people had listened to at least one song from the album, which is only about 6.7% of the 500+ million iTunes users. So I think it's safe to say that this was one of the biggest music marketing fails ever. And while this marketing scheme was dumb, Justin Bieber's was just plain embarrassing. Embarrassing! On January 3rd of 2020, Justin Bieber released the single Yummy, which would later appear on the album Changes. Like most singles, this one was released with the attempt to blow up. And as we would see, Justin Bieber really wanted this song to go #1. This was around the time that TikTok was really demonstrating itself to be a powerhouse in music marketing, so it makes sense that Yummy sounded like a song that was made just for the app. He actually joined TikTok just to promote Yummy. And in an effort to promote the song, Justin Bieber tried out two really weird and embarrassing marketing gimmicks. The first one is just weird because he was posting a bunch of pictures of random babies with the caption #Yummy. This caused a bunch of backlash. Lots of people were understandably weirded out and upset by this. There was also a bunch of people that thought the song was linked to the Pizzagate theory. Regardless of whether or not it's true, I can't imagine a world where it's not weird to post a bunch of pictures with babies and the #Yummy. But most of the attention was directed at his marketing attempt to make the song go #1. Around this time, Roddy Ricch's song The Box was blowing up, and it was at #3 on the Billboard 100. However, because of how viral it was going, especially on TikTok, it was bound to hit #1. But Justin wanted his song to be #1, so he basically begged his fans to stream the song to get it to that spot. Justin Bieber made an Instagram post with instructions on how to get Yummy to #1. For YouTube users, he advised, don't repost the video, link it instead. Stream on YouTube, log out of your account, don't skip ads, don't mute it, don't repeat, refresh. For Spotify users, he advised, create a playlist with Yummy on repeat and stream it. Don't mute it, play it at a low volume, let it play while you sleep. Now this is just nuts because he's basically begging for fake streams. But what's even crazier is the subtext, which reads, if you are not from the US, you can download a VPN app, set the VPN to US, and then create a Spotify account. All that just to get a silly #1 song. For Apple users, he advised people to buy the song on iTunes and buy the song multiple times on Justin's website. Technically, he was reposting this from a fan page, but still, it was extremely embarrassing and the post was later deleted.
That is embarrassing as fuck.
Clowning him for it, and outlets were reporting on it saying Justin Bieber is increasingly desperate for Yummy to go viral on TikTok. In the end, Roddy Ricch won the battle and went #1 with his song The Box, and it actually remained there for quite a while. What's even funnier is that after his victory was assured, Roddy told fans to go stream Yummy by Justin Bieber. Overall, it was a big stain on Justin Bieber's reputation. And while Justin Bieber's marketing was very embarrassing, Katy Perry's put an entire country's ecosystem at risk. In 2013, 2013, Katy Perry released her album Prism. She did a lot of promo and marketing for this album as it was her 4th studio album and she was already fairly successful. She had a golden truck driving around revealing the name of the album, and she also partnered with Pepsi, doing some cool things that allowed fans to get involved in the
I've been
release
drinking
of the
dark soda in
project.
a
When
year.
the album released on
Year,
October
chat.
18th of 2013, it went #1 in the United States, and it also went #1 in the UK, New Zealand, Canada, Ireland, and most importantly, Australia. See, the reason it's important to note the album's popularity in Australia is because when she released the deluxe version of the CDs, they came with the album's logo printed onto seed paper. Katy Perry said on Twitter, "The first 300,000 copies of the Prism Deluxe have a seed prism you can plant to spread the light." Now, it's a cool idea to include seed paper in CD packaging. I always love little bonus gifts in my CDs,
cool.
so it definitely was a great way for her to encourage her fans to want to buy the CDs, until it wasn't.
A national biohazard. Not something that comes to mind when you think of CDs or Katy Perry, but that's exactly what's happening in Australia.
As Independent said, some critics claim Katy Perry's new album was hazardous to the ears, but Australian officials have dubbed Prism a genuine biosecurity concern. See, Katy Perry's team said that the seeds were locally sourced in Western Australia, and this was true for the CDs purchased in Australia, but the Australian Department of Agriculture was worried about CDs purchased internationally, especially since Australians statistically bought more stuff from international stores rather than Australian stores. To look into it further, Australian biosecurity officers began to quarantine the international versions and started inspecting them to see whether or not they were dangerous. I saw one article saying that the album was banned, but I'm assuming if it was, that was only the international version, and I didn't see any other outlets confirming this. But following the Prism CDs being labeled a biohazard, quarantined, and investigated, I did not see any other outlets or publications or news sources follow up on this with what happened. So thankfully, it seems like there was no significant damage done to Australia's ecosystem. And while Katy Perry risked an entire country's ecosystem,
nuts.
Rihanna just tortured the lives of some 150 people on her plane for a week. This transition was a bit of a joke or an exaggeration, but you'll see what I mean. So in 2012, Rihanna was gearing up to release her next album, Unapologetic. In an effort to promote her album, she did something so large scale that it was crazy, and it did end up being pretty crazy. The idea was to get a ton of reporters, fans, and journalists with her on her private plane to fly to 7 different cities to perform 7 different shows. It was called the 777 Tour. It was supposed to be a huge deal, with an accompanying documentary
That does sound cool as fuck.
eventually end up releasing. A few select fans and 150 journalists from 82 different countries received a special letter in the mail inviting them to the 777 Tour. Passengers arrived and received goodie bags, and were so giddy it isn't surprising that the whole event is archived on Twitter. The first day went smoothly. All of the passengers were treated to first-class meals, and everyone began partying. The plane even had their own massage therapist. But after day 1, things would go downhill. One problem that popped up quickly was a lack of sleep. Sleeping on planes is tough, especially when you have all these fans excited to see Rihanna and all these journalists trying to get their new story. On top of that, there were complaints that there was more alcohol being served than there was food. And very quickly, guests began complaining that they barely, if at all, got to see Rihanna. On the third day, Rihanna was 2 hours late to a show.
What up, buddy? How you doing today? First of all, how you doing today, Hustle? I got sussed because there was a guy that was bragging about beating his wife, and I said, yeah, someone's gonna do that to your mom. And I was talking shit to him, and yeah, got sussed for it. I was able to, I said it like last week, and I was on Twitter all morning this morning, and then I went to go, this kid walked up to me at work and he goes, "Yo, you hear Damian Lillard just got traded to the Bucks?" And I was like, "No." And I was like, I'm gonna go look that up right now. And I went to go look it up, and the moment I opened up Twitter, it was like, "You have been suspended." It's permanently suspended, bro. I cannot get that account back. I'm not allowed to. And if they figure out that I'm the same person that's using the new account, they'll suspend that one too. They said that I'm not allowed to make new accounts anymore. Like, bro, I don't know, man. It's kind of fucked up, to be honest. Like, if you think, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah. I mean, I've been banned, not banned, but I've been suspended once before a long time ago, because there was a streamer named Deller who dropped the N-word on stream like 40 times. And like he was kicked out of the pro Overwatch league and all this crazy shit, right? And so he was like talking shit to people on Twitter one day, and I fucking found the video and I posted it, and yeah, he mass reported it with his he's a huge streamer, mass reported it, and I got suspended. I had like 600 followers on that one. There's one that got suspended now was my personal one that I turned into my gaming one. I had that one since 2012. It's kind of harsh, but it's like at the end of the day, like it sucks, but I also now my timeline's clear and like it's literally like a fresh start. Like I don't have any of the bullshit that I used to see every day. Like it's just my friends now, like just the gaming friends, just my buddies and the few people that I like online, you know? So instead of like following 900 people, I'm only following like 30 people right now, which is cool.
Show, but things still managed to get worse. After being stuck on a plane with hundreds of people for 5 days, tons of alcohol, lack of Rihanna, and no sleep, at 4 a.m. on November 19th, the passengers staged a big protest. One guy even ran naked around the plane, which seemed to help entertain all of the other passengers.
Just one quote! Just one quote! Just one quote!
The lack of food was definitely a big issue, with one reporter saying, "The lone meal we got on
Gotta be
route from
optimistic.
France was a mournful, crustless finger sandwich that one journalist likened to summer camp food. If, instead of summer camp, we sent children to prison." So it sounds like the food was not good. Finally, on the last day, 30 minutes before the plane landed, Rihanna came out of hiding to answer some questions. She also asked to see the streaker. Rihanna claimed the reason she was gone so much, most likely, in her own room in the back, instead of answering questions or partying, is because she wanted to save her voice for upcoming shows. She said, "I know you guys got barely any dirt, but I had to be good. I still sound like it's impossible to spend time with everybody, and I'm sorry I didn't. Usually I will be partying back here, balls to the walls, but I had to pay attention and take care of my health since I was on the plane all the time." But let's be real here. If most of us were in her shoes, we probably would have been in the back too, where I personally just wouldn't have done it at all. After everyone was finally able to get off that terrible plane and share their experiences, there was a fair share of criticism. Obviously, there were complaints about everything I just mentioned, especially the lack of Rihanna, but another unfortunate one is, as one report wrote, one writer boarded the plane with pneumonia and another with bronchitis. And I believe at some point their germs combined and forged a super virus in the rich microbial stew of the plane. So in the end, it does seem like this event brought Rihanna a ton of attention, and whether or not it was good, there's no such thing as bad publicity. Anyways, thank you guys for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know some of your...
Can you imagine? Dude, I can't believe Damian Lillard got traded to the Milwaukee Bucks. It's fucking crazy.
You're gonna appreciate this sneaking at a stadium. I was gone. It was an all-day tailgate. I was at South Carolina versus Tennessee. SEC football. It's a night game in South Carolina. And I'm standing there, and there's just a tiny fence between me and the handicap section. I just stepped over it. No one batted an eye, dude. Standing there just... For real. I was all in the field. I left my friends. They were in the student section. I was just shit-faced walking around. I was like... Stepped in, and dude, people were like looking at me like, checks out. Fully checks out.
Yeah, if you just do that.
Yeah. I mean, that's my face when I'm blacked out.
I think the Bucks go to the finals now with Damian Lillard. Honestly, I really do. It's gonna be the Bucks this year. It's gonna be nuts. Everybody says, I just said in the comment section, it sounds legendary. So if they live up to it, dude, like this is gonna be fucking awesome.
Fans are complaining about the new Rick and Morty voices, except they're not new yet. Let me explain. As you may already know, Season 7 of Rick and Morty will not include Justin Roiland, the show's co-creator and main voice actor. This is thanks to a flood of stories about his bad behavior both in his personal life and behind the scenes at Adult Swim. But Adult Swim and Rick and Morty are forging ahead with a new, unnamed, sound-alike voice actor.
Dude. I still have high hopes for the Cavs, but dude, Giannis and Lillard,
last week they released
it changes
a promo
everything.
video for Season 7 with Rick in it, not saying who was playing Rick.
Cunningham destroyed me, Morty, but now we're gonna do it together. You and me. It's gonna take over your life, Morty. Rick and Morty Season 7, hunting my nemesis.
So then, predictably, Justin Roiland's stans flooded the comments being like, the new voice sucks, it's different and it's noticeable, Rick and Morty's dead, bring back Justin. There's just one problem with that. That clip was taken from the Season 6 finale of Rick and Morty, so they're just complaining about his voice. Fans are complaining about the new Rick and Morty voices, except they're not new yet. Let me explain. As you may already know, season 7 of Rick and Morty will not include Justin Roiland, the show's co-creator and main voice actor. This is thanks to a flood of stories about his bad behavior both in
It's a month old. Okay. Because that thing, there's a new one that just came out. I don't know, but who do you think is the West? Who's got West right now though? I don't know. The Suns right now. Katie and Booker. I think that'd be a good matchup. Katie and Booker and Giannis and Lillard. That'd be a good fucking game. That would be a good fucking game, to be honest. I think I'd watch that. I got NBA. I got NBA League Pass, so we'll be watching games in Discord this season like we did all last season. We watched a lot of games last season.
When we think about the most unhinged YouTubers on the platform, we could probably point
60 minutes. Steph Curry's been on the Warriors for 14 years. Yeah, I don't think they changed anything either. You know what I mean? Like, what if they just stay exactly the same and just crush it again? But people are gonna like be working to beat them. So like, you know what I mean? Most people didn't care about the Nuggets all fucking season for some reason, and then it's just like everybody's like, you gotta watch the Nuggets now. It's like, but now people are working to beat them in specifically. Overwhelmingly negative.
guys,
Band. Very good, but it's definitely not deathcore song of the year. Means you're fair. They were in the Western Conference in 2020 and they lost 13. True. Murray was hurt. He came back this year. I think if Murray didn't come back this year, I don't think they would have won. Bro, it sucks, man. Like, I wanted them to get Kyrie so bad, just so like they can everybody can shut the fuck up, and then like they'll be so then like if LeBron wins, like it's like should have stayed with Kyrie this whole time. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, if him and Kyrie together, still they'd be doing amazingly. They would have won a couple more championships together. It sucks because like Kyrie has to be such a fucking selfish prick, and he wants to be the leader of his own team, despite the fact of having everything. When he was the leader of his own team, they were like 19 wins. It's crazy that there's still trades going on too.
Actually, went to the bathroom in my pants once on a plane.
It wasn't a lot.
It was just a little bit?
It was teeny. It was a sneeze.
Maybe we should get the pull-ups.
I am going to go take a piss. Be right back.
What's up, everybody? I'm Finn McKenty. This is the Punk Rock NBA, and if you've watched my other videos, you know that I believe the 2000s are the absolute peak of human civilization. Jesus is my homeboy shirts, trucker hats, movies like The Girl Next Door, and of course, the golden era of pop punk. And one of the most important bands of that era was New Found Glory. They may not have sold as many albums as Good Charlotte or Simple Plan, but I would argue that aside from Blink-182, they were probably the most influential band of that generation, bridging pop punk with hardcore in a way that had just never been done before, and bringing the idea of breakdowns to millions of kids. And to give you an example of what I mean, two of the next generation of pop punk's biggest bands, All Time Low and The Story So Far, were both named after New Found Glory lyrics, and their sound of pop punk with breakdowns was the template for an entire subgenre called easycore, with bands like A Day to Remember and 4 Years Strong basically picking up where they left off, and even Fall Out Boy started being highly influenced by New Found Glory. So the question is, how did they do it? How did they go from their roots as a small band in the South Florida hardcore scene to being all over TRL, making videos with Rachel Lee Cook, and selling millions of albums? And also, what is their lasting impact and legacy? Those are the questions that I will answer in this video. But first, if you haven't, please check out my second channel. I think it's pretty fun, and I post a lot more videos there. There's a link to New Found Glory formed in 1996 in the town of Coral Gables, Florida. Jordan and Steve met when they were working at Red Lobster, and after their band broke up, they eventually met Ian and recruited Chad from the hardcore band that he was singing for called Shai Hulud, and New Found Glory was formed, or as they were originally called, A New Found Glory. And they quickly recorded their first EP called All About the Girls with their original drummer Joe Moreno, aka Taco Joe.
Never put the blame on anybody's ever mine. Well, I'm still searching for my pride.
And as Chad later said about this EP, the drums on it are so bad, it's so off time, and it sounds like someone's thrown a handful of change in the drum set. Clearly, they needed a new drummer, so they got Cyrus Baluki, and after chipping in with the money that they made from their jobs working at Subway and the movie theater, they recorded...
You have a PC, Kate? Because it's not crossplay. It's not crossplay. The campaign's amazing. You will cry. You will literally cry. Ash is in it. Volk's dad is in it. Blisk is in it. Do you have a laptop? It's an old game. It might be able to run. I run it. I would try it. Well, I also have a PS4 here, so I could also download it onto the PS4 at some point. We can play Titanfall on console one of these days. I have no problem doing that. Hail Satan. You have a 2K laptop? You should be able to play it then. You should be able to play it then. 100%. Hold up. So these are the specs, minimum specs right here. So as long as you have 8 gig of RAM, 45 gig of free space, you got a 660 or better, which is fucking old as shit. Yeah, you should be good. You should be able to run this no problem. Honestly. Yeah, there's grapple. You can so it's not specific legends, so to speak. It's like different classes basically. So like you can choose a they're different characters, but they don't have names specific like that. You know what I mean? So like there's a stim class where they have metal legs and they run. Then there's the one where they phase like Wraith. So it's basically a Wraith class, and then there's the grapple. And then there's a couple. There's one that goes invisible. There's one that drops a shield, I believe. Like there's a bunch of different things. So like it's everything that's in Apex is in Titanfall. It's all from Titanfall like classes. It's sick though. It's really fucking cool. And then all the guns are in it. There's 2 different types of carbines. There's 2 different types of wingmen. There's a wingman and then the wingman elite. The charge rifles in it. There's other guns that you've never seen before that are in it, that are the bigger guns for Titans. It's sick though. It is amazing. And then when you play the campaign, you will literally bawl your eyes out. I shit you not. But yeah, you will enjoy it when you're like just tired of Apex, you know? I'm addicted. Like the moment this video is done, we're gonna play some.
Their first album, Nothing Gold Can Stay. You may have seen it on Drive-Thru, but it actually originally came out on Eulogy Recordings, which was started by John Wiley of the South Florida hardcore band Morning Again, along with Ian Rowan. And this is when Chad was still in Shai Hulud. So from the very beginning, the band had very deep roots in the hardcore scene. I think now most people kind of think of them as being part of the same thing as Good Charlotte and Sum 41, which they definitely were. But back when they came out, they were really more part of the same thing as bands like Lifetime, Get Up Kids, and Saves the Day. Meaning bands that played pop punk, but in terms of their heritage, were definitely from the hardcore scene, which to me was kind of the perfect combination. These were kids that grew up seeing people get their faces smashed in at Madball shows, but musically they sounded much closer to Green Day than Bulldoze. It was fun and accessible, but without the kind of corniness of a lot of the other pop punk bands. And even back then, it was immediately obvious that this band had much bigger potential than to play for 300 kids at a skate park. They caught the attention of a then new label called Drive-Thru Records, by way of Gabe Saporta, who at the time was in a pop punk band called Midtown, but would go on to start Cobra Starship. As Drive-Thru co-founder Stephanie Rains said, Gabe insisted on playing us a band. He stood outside our car in the snow, singing along as we listened to Nothing Gold Can Stay. We fell in love instantly, and we knew we had to have them. And so Drive-Thru licensed Nothing Gold Can Stay from Eulogy for $5,000 and re-released it, followed by From the Screen to Your Stereo, which was an EP of songs that originally appeared in kind of like teen movies, including one of my sort of low-key favorite New Found Glory songs, That Thing You Do. I'm listening to New Found Covers was kind of an odd choice as their first recording on Drive-Thru, but I think it really captured a lot of what made the band great. Like, even though they came from the hardcore scene and that was like very obvious, they also loved movies like Titanic and Karate Kid, and they talked about going to chain restaurants like Olive Garden and Red Lobster. It kind of felt like it was just like me and my friends that would listen to Earth Crisis on our way to go see Clueless. I didn't know any of them, but still it kind of felt like we were already friends. I wonder if they still make those. And based on the success of their first album, they were upstream to MCA, who had a relationship with Drive-Thru, and they were officially a major label band with the release of their self-titled album in 2000. And this album, and more specifically this song, was basically perfect to me. Like, this was everything I could have dreamed of at the time. A super catchy song, a Snapcase poster on the wall of their practice space, and somehow they even got my celebrity crush Rachel Lee Cook to be in the video. They were truly living the dream. And all of that was very intentional. As Chad Gilbert said about the album, we wanted the rhythm and chunkiness of New York hardcore mixed with an element of the West Coast punk rock that was going on at the time, and nothing really sounded like that
goes hard as fuck.
And
I never really enjoyed them that much. I know they came back.
It definitely fit in with bands like Blink, No Effects, but at the same time, you could very clearly see and hear that hardcore edge. Mark Hoppus heard the album and loved it and kind of took them under his wing, bringing them out on tour with Blink-182 and hooking them up with Blink's manager Rick DeVoe, and eventually the entire band moved out to California to be closer to the label. The stars were all aligned for big things to happen with New Found Glory, and that is exactly what happened with the release of their second album, Sticks and Stones, in 2002, led by the single My Friends Over You.
And to model for our sketch artist is someone who we all know and love from the New Found Glory videos. It's bassist Ian. Ian, come on out here, man.
And interestingly, that song almost didn't make it onto the album. They wrote it at kind of the last minute on the last day in the studio, and the rest is history. The song eventually hit the Billboard Hot 100, and maybe most importantly, it was also a hit on MTV during the peak of the whole TRL pop punk thing, along with Blink, Sum 41, Simple Plan, and Good Charlotte.
I'm here with Jordan. How you feeling, man?
I'm all good. How are you?
Your new tattoo looks good. The Good Charlotte tattoo on your ankle.
Thank you.
This was the absolute biggest platform that a band could have to reach that sort of core teenage audience watching every day after school, and it worked. They had officially broken through to become a legit mainstream band. They had come a long way from the days when my friends and I thought Chad was an idiot for quitting Shai Hulud to be in his little pop punk band. One of my personal favorite moments was the Honda Civic tour that they did with Good Charlotte. I just love the picture of them with their custom Civic and Chad in his Bane hoodie, because to me it was just so crazy to see hardcore in the mainstream like that. And of course, Chad's legendary appearance on MTV Cribs in his DMS shirt.
Hey, what's up, everybody? My name is Chad. I play guitar in New Found Glory, and this is my...
They followed all that up in 2004 with their next album, Catalyst. And from what they said years later, it sounds like they had a little bit of a chip on their shoulder with this album. As Chad put it, after the success of Sticks and Stones, we were lumped in with a lot of poppy bands, and that was weird for us because we came from a hardcore punk rock background. Then after we had some commercial success, all of a sudden we were quote-unquote poppy, so we set out to prove otherwise. And with Catalyst, they definitely made their point. The thing that's immediately obvious about this album is that they incorporated more hardcore influences than ever before. Like, the opening song is 37 seconds long and sounds pretty much straight off of a Gorilla Biscuits album. There's also the song At Least I'm Known for Something, which brought in a lot of chuggy double bass kind of elements and basically created the entire genre of easycore. Chad also did a side project that year called Hazen Street with members of Madball, H2O, Cro-Mags, and Boxcar Racer. Catalyst was their highest charting album to date, eventually hitting number 3 on Billboard, which is pretty insane considering that the opening is a 30-second hardcore song. But despite that, the band was getting a little bit lost in the shuffle with their label and was about to hit the lowest point in their career. In 2006, they released Coming Home, which was by far the most divisive album of their career, going in a darker, more moody kind of direction. As Chad said about the album, one side of us, I think, felt like if we just made another punk record, nobody would care. We were like, if we just do another punk album, it's just going to sound like the other ones. Which I can totally understand, but at the time, the fans really didn't like it. And to be honest, I was one of them. Personally, this is easily my least favorite New Found Glory album, although I do respect that they tried something new, and the album has become somewhat of a fan favorite over time. It was also barely promoted by the label. There was one music video that sort of didn't really ever get a lot of airplay, and it seemed like the album just kind of came and went. And so it kind of felt like maybe New Found Glory had run out of steam and this was the beginning of the end for them. But shortly after that, there were signs of life. In 2008, they put out the Tip of the Iceberg EP on the hardcore label Bridge 9, which had 3 new original songs, as well as covers of Gorilla Biscuits, Shelter, and Lifetime. Ooh. Personally, I think it's one of the coolest things they did. It's kind of like very raw and stripped down. I love it. And in 2009, they came back with Not Without a Fight, which many people felt like was kind of a return to form for them. But what's interesting, and I was kind of surprised to find out, is the band seems like they don't necessarily love it. As Chad said, I just didn't feel really attached to it personally, and I think the band was in a weird spot. We were signing to a new label and maybe less inspired. But personally, I loved this album. I remember seeing them on this tour with a mutual friend who was going through a divorce at the time, shortly after Chad had gotten divorced, and I had gone through this like awful breakup, and seeing them play Don't Let Her Pull You Down just really kind of hit different. But regardless of the fact that the band may not have loved it, with this album, New Found Glory was officially back. They had made it out of that low period around Coming Home. They released Radio Surgery next, which was another somewhat divisive album. Personally, I thought it was good. But what followed next was easily the worst thing to ever happen to the band, when founding guitarist Steve Klein was accused of inappropriate behavior with a minor. He was immediately kicked out of the band, and they continued on without him. And the band came back with their next album, Resurrection, which really felt like a statement that they weren't going to let this stop them. And also kind of a direct shot at Steve, especially the song The Worst Person. They followed Resurrection up with Make Me Sick in 2017, and most recently Forever and Ever X Infinity in 2021, both of which were very solid New Found Glory albums that to me proved that they still had it. Which brings us to the last question: what is their lasting impact and legacy? Well, first, along with Blink, Sum 41, Simple Plan, and Good Charlotte, they were really one of the defining bands of that golden era of pop punk in the 2000s, when it was truly a mainstream genre that was all over MTV and the radio. And I don't know about you, but I miss the era of Dickies shorts and Hurley shirts more than just about anything. But aside from that, I think that even though they probably sold the least albums out of any of those bands, they really had an outsized influence on the future of pop punk. Like I said earlier, All Time Low and The Story So Far are both named after New Found Glory lyrics. And when Fall Out Boy went into the studio for From Under the Cork Tree, they went to the same producer who did the first couple New Found Glory albums and handed him those albums and said, we want to sound like this. Chad Gilbert also produced Homesick for A Day to Remember, the album that made them one of the biggest bands of their generation, who has in turn influenced hundreds and hundreds of other bands. And even though I don't think they meant to, they essentially created the entire genre of easycore. Number one, they actually created the term easycore as sort of the opposite of hardcore. They have an old shirt that says New Found Glory, Coral Gables Easycore on it, I think. They also did the Easycore tour with A Day to Remember. And when you listen to bands like 4 Year Strong, Set Your Goals, and Chunk No Captain Chunk, they were all essentially built on the idea of pop punk with breakdowns that New Found Glory pioneered a decade earlier. And in my personal opinion, they probably have the strongest overall discography of any band of the genre. Even though I don't personally love Coming Home, I think it's objectively a good album, and they just really don't have any weak spots in their entire discography. And I don't know how much longer they plan on sticking around, but however long it is, I'm here for it.
So, I guess this is going to be the end of it. You've seen our house, you've seen our backyard, you've even seen our bathrooms where we spend.
You've seen how we're not as rich as all the other people on.
All right, my friends, that does it for this video. As always, let me know what
that was sick though. Learning about that, I have to piss again though. Holy fuck, I gotta piss again. You shouldn't have to be doing all that to shut something down. Yeah. Beep, beep.
If I can get it right with
Yeah, 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 yeah. Dick. Dick. I can hear that. Whoever's in this right now can hear me say that. Amazing. Hail, Satan.
Flattering.
we're getting slapped. Oh, everybody's lagging.
You're a talented pilot. Show them what you've got. Well on your way to getting your Titan. Pilot, your Titan is standing by. Call it when ready. Stand by for Titanfall.
Oh, come on. Damn, if I had thrown that grenade, oh. I had one too. Fuck, piece of shit. saying? Fuck you, bitch. Fucking suck on my hang down. Goggle my ball. Motherfucker. How come when people punch me, they punch immediately, but when I punch, I get fucking mollywalked before I fucking get a full swing, huh? Every time. If I had my regular gun out, bro. Fuck.
They're barely ahead of us. We can do this. Stand by for Titanfall.
Damn it!
Targeting to engage enemy Titan.
That was a close fucking game. Whoa! That was a close fucking game, chat. Bye bye. 666. You stepped in the wrong house, dude. Oh, that dude's already got the Kraber out. I see him drop him with the Kraber. Yeet. Oh, already? Fuck you, bro. Pulse grenades, pulse blades are so fucking crazy, dude. Literally, I think it's one of the cringiest things in the game. Whoa! Ho, ho! Woo, woo, woo. Get my healthy back. Look at this guy fucking lagging like crazy. What the fuck? Thanks. What the fuck? My keyboard went into a different mode on accident. Nope. Bro. Dude sitting running around me in Viz. I can literally see you, bro.
What a sharpshooter. Titan is ready. You are dominating. Stand by for Titanfall. That pilot stepped into the wrong ring.
Engaging hostile Titan. 40mm armed paint and destroy.
We can still catch up.
Come on. I should have punched. Ah!
I don't think that team knows who they're messing with. Well on your way to getting your Titan.
Fuck!
Titan is ready, pilot. Standing by for your call. Stand by for Titanfall. That pilot stepped into the wrong ring.
Warning, taking fire from multiple Titans. Targeting to engage enemy Titan.
Great move. Now take it down.
on, buddy. I know you want it. Oh, come on. I'm already sliding, dog. I'm already sliding. Gotta touch that dog. Gotta touch that dog. Gotta pet that dog. Fucking hey, bro. Look at this lagging asshole.
I don't think that team knows who they're messing with. Titan ready. Call it any time, pilot. Stand by for Titanfall. That pilot stepped into the wrong ring. Hostile Titan engaged. Pulling away. Turn it around.
Try it, nerd. Fuck! I almost dropped a 20, dude. If I can get one more kill, it's a 20.
Fighting pilot, your Titan's almost ready.
That fucked me up.
Win 'em all. We'll get 'em next time. Stand by for Titanfall. Pilot, get to the evac ship.
Subscribe to my only pilot. Definitely should have done my double XP on that one. Pee again. Oh, it's gonna watch the avocado just get fucked up. Oh shit! Night with my friends. Oh, we're getting kicked right now. Oh no.
Okay, pilot. Let's get this job done.
Oh, that's a kick. Yo, what up, Tyrone? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Welcome to the shitty ass Titanfall stream. We're chilling. Good song. On a break right now. Need a distraction. Hell yeah, man. We're here. We're here. Apparently the servers are fucked up, but I haven't had any problems. How was your day today so far? Busy. Had a pretty busy day today. Yep. Dude, it looks like the servers are fucked again. This is the same match I was just in. Yeah, dude. Servers are fucked again. I hope it ain't permanent either, man. I've been kicked twice now. I really hope that it doesn't keep happening because it's almost 10 for me. I got like an hour left of the game, but it sucks that you can't even like check online because nobody fucking talks. If there's nobody's talking about it. Oh yeah, dude, this is freaking manhandle this game, bro. Probably isn't even a point. Can I not wall run? What the fuck? We started to come back. Holy shit. It's like 79 to like 300. Go around the corner, bro.
Stand by for titanfall.
How are they bouncing back into me? Got 3 of them on me, bro. Fight a grenade. So I came in and it was literally 300 to 70, and then we came back 650 to 567. There's no way. They almost lost. No reason. Astronaut, that's so sweet. Ooh, I like that. Oh, some weed.
I'm tired of folks, you know what I'm saying? Them closed-minded folks, you know what I'm saying? It's like we got a demo tape and don't nobody want to hear it, but it's like this, the South got something to say. That's all I got to say.
What's good, motherfucker? It's no peace. Southside in your ear, can you hear me? If you can't, well, you better start listening. If you in the back, you better start hitting shit. I'm about to show you how. Get paid to lie to get down. Running shit and the whole room jumping. Sit right there, where? Let me show you something. I'm about to show you what respects do. If you ask who, who's asking you? Two priests, don't you forget it. If the wrong move and you just might regret it. It's a promise, not a fucking threat. You wanna go outside, that's a motherfucking bet. Cause I'm fired up and in the mood tonight to fuck you up in the back room outside. Bullets come tonight, bullets come tonight, bullets come tonight. Where you gonna run to, motherfucker? Bullets come tonight, bullets come tonight, bullets come tonight. Where you gonna run to, motherfucker? I'm picking your ass up by default. You was talking shit in my Rico. Fuck the law, I am the law. I said that you wanna break your jaw. What you got right there behind your back? Yes, did you know you hear click clack? That's the sound of your life fucking in it. They are calling your sisters and as a descendant. Bullets come tonight, bullets come tonight, bullets come tonight. So where you gonna run to, motherfucker? You always run, motherfucker. Keep it rage for the gunner. You are king for the honor. Bullets come tonight, bullets come tonight, bullets come tonight. Where you gonna run to, motherfucker? Bullets come tonight, bullets come tonight, bullets come tonight. Where you gonna run to, motherfucker? Always run, motherfucker. Keep it range for the gunner. You are king for the honor. Pussy motherfucker, I'm spelling the team. Don't fight, round with the case. Make those so fucking that's what they fuck. Reality check. Fucking bitch, when you watch your back. Reality check. We're back for best, I'm doing that. You wake up, fuck around, you can't fuck. You don't say, but think it's bad luck. And fuck. That's why you're never gonna make it. That's why you're always fucking make shit. No respect, no reason, no reason. To say the fucking least. Check, check. Drag goes so hard it brings you back to reality. I'm gonna happily call you don't fucking wanna be. Let's take this rationally. You a buttercup, you sweet, you ain't tough, bitch. It's a cause for the traitors, smell the fucking day, you little pussy bitch. Adrenapíču, používá se a prátka kind. Specificky rozumím dvě slova.
Sorry, I had song ideas of right now. All right, we're at happy hour. Let's go, baby. Yeah, nope. Yeah. Oh my God. All right.
Don't worry, you're working for the good guys.
Okay, pilot, let's get this job done.
Oh, no, you ain't getting me, bro. I hate that fucking guy, bro. Nemesis, what's up, bro? How you doing tonight? Doing all, I was about to grind some weed back. Oh yeah, I just smoked the bowl. What the fuck? Literally, I did actually smoke the joint. I'm a liar. That was smooth as fuck.
What a sharpshooter.
scheduled to release your first video on Sunday. Ooh, baby, that sounds cool.
Titanfall is being prepared.
Fuck off.
Pilot, your Titan is standing by. Call it when ready. Double time.
Fuck, man.
Warning, enemy pilot attacking. I don't think that team knows the message. Don't kill it, pilot. We can still catch up. Don't lose hope. One sharpshooter. Warning, enemy pilot attacking. Enemy pilot destroyed. Enemy Titan. I better stay out of your way. Friendly team down. Our defenses are being compromised. Critical damage. Take evasive action. Enemy Titan down. Warning, enemy pilot attacking. Ejecting pilot. Friendly Titan attacking your target. You are dominating. I don't think that team knows the message.
Come on. Dude, there's like 15 Titans right here. Oh yeah, we're playing X-Fine tomorrow. Oh yeah, dude. Gotta get that. Yes, dude. Oh my god, that got us the win! Holy shit! I don't even care if I die, bro. Dude, I suck, bro. Holy shit, dude. If it wasn't for me blowing up my Titan, we wouldn't have won. Oh, that was awesome, bro. Woo! GG. My movement's getting better for sure. I honestly feel like my movement's getting way better. Oh, hell yeah, brother. Hail Satan. I wouldn't say that. And I use my double XP. Let's go. Oh, timeout. They put me in timeout. I can't believe I got sussed on Twitter, bro. My last 3 games have been above a 2.4 KD against players. That's crazy. Oh, hell yeah, brother. We've spent 25 minutes wall running. We've spent 7 hours and 30 minutes in the air. We've been, and we played for 1 day at 9 hours and 45 minutes. How many times have we been in a Titan? We've been in a Titan for 5 hours and 38 minutes. We've been a pilot for 1 day, 1 hour and 7 minutes. That's nuts. It's gonna be fun. I got to tell Avocado about that. I'm gonna use the map thing so it shows where everybody is on the map, the whole team. Oh, Joe Torius, what's up, man? How are you? Thank you so much, bro. I appreciate that. You didn't have to follow me. I appreciate it though. How was your day today so far? Just trying to figure out if I want to switch over to Ronin a little bit, you know? Because there's no cooldown on that fucking sword block. I don't know. I think I might stick with Cone. I like picking people out mid-air. But yeah, welcome to my channel, man. We play Titanfall. We do reactions to weird ass shit, and we do reactions to music, and it's a lot of fun. Play a lot of story games, do a lot of emulator stuff. Welcome, pilot. Subscribe to my only pilots. Servers have been a little funky today, but overall, can't complain. Homestead though, you can't go wrong with Homestead, bro. Cannot go wrong with Homestead. If it puts us in, it doesn't kick us. Kicks us up. Oh, let's go.
Let's get this job done.
Oh, everybody's lagging. We're gonna get kicked. Oh yeah, this is an auto kick. This is an auto kick for me right here. Jesus Christ, bro. Oh, yeah, I'll take it. Who's not lagging though, huh? Oh, there's nobody in here. That sucks, bro. Kick me, bro. Just kick me. If I get a penalty for that. If I get a penalty for that, bro, I'm gonna fucking suck my own nuts. Right? Apparently, it's supposed to come out on the 1st of October. Who knows? Man, that's a rumor. That's the rumor. That's what's turning around the rumor mill right now. I really wanted to play on fucking Homestead, bro. Daddy's sad. Daddy a sad boy. Ooh, a sad boy.
Don't worry, you're working for the good guys.
Am I now? Am I? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? Are you sure about that? I don't think so.
Let's get this job done.
Woo. I had to make sure nobody was lagging around me. So fuck you, bro. You ain't gonna find me. If you find me, you're cheating. Learn to run. Learn to run around, dog. Learn to run around, dog. Oh my god, that dude just got manhandled.
Hired the right pilot, that's for sure.
Oh my god! Hip fire! Hip fire! I'm coming for you, big dog. I'm coming for you, boss. Got you. I got you, though. I got you, though. Oh, another one? You want some, too? Bitch. Oh, you took me out. Oh, I almost stuck him. Oh, he's dead. I got him. I got him. Bruh. Bruh. I don't know, dog. I don't know about that one there, fucking pupper. Ah! Oh. The teabag told me I don't even care.
Well on your way to getting your Titan.
Oh, what did he get me with? What did he get me with? The car? Thought so. Oh, fuck off out of here, Gum 46. Let your mom gum my balls.
Take it out.
Prepare for titanfall. I didn't realize I was Ronin. Dude, I don't know how to use him. Yeah, dude, I don't know how to use him at all. Let's go back to our main boy Tone and know that we can fuck people up with him. Come on, bro. Oh my god, that was dumb as fuck. You ain't dominating. Did you just see what just happened? I'm not dominating anybody. Fucking suck me off, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Oh my god, that dude just got fucking manhandled. Ah. Dick.
Our position is compromised. Multiple Titans attacked. Ejected.
Oh, wait. Come on. I don't like that. Oh my god, there's fucking 19 of them. Fourth.
I don't think that team knows who they're messing with. Keep fighting and you'll get your Titan. That pilot stepped into the wrong ring.
Damn, I don't know why I went for it, but I went for it.
Stand by for Titanfall. That's how we solve problems. Autopilot detected. Bring that Titan down. Hostile Titan
It'll probably, it's not, and I know it's not going to be on last gen consoles at first either.
Pull it together, team.
My man just got manhandled.
Well on your way to getting your Titan. Your Titan is ready, pilot. Standing by for your call. Stand by for Titanfall.
GG, that was a good try. That was a good try. That was a good. That was a good match. That was almost a fucking solid match. I don't know what time it is.
Whatever it is, you should clean up this city here, because this city here is like an open sewer, you know? It's full of filth and scum. Just clean up this whole mess here. You should just flush it right down the fucking toilet. Someday a railway will come and wash all the scum off the streets.
I'm Richard Wade, and if you are a fan of the Bengals and you love your Howard Stern, guess what? They both come to.
Okay. Oh, this isn't driving. I want car crashes. Here we go. Oh my, what the fuck, dude? Yo! How? Oh my, how is that possible? How the fuck is that possible, dude? That poll said, yo, I'm pulling you up to the sky. You are now Simba. Holy shit. The poll said Simba. What the fuck, dude? Holy shit. That's so fucking dumb that that could happen like that. Never in a million years I think that would happen. Yeah, you just got butt fucked by a semi dog. You weren't even close, dude. You wasn't even close. Oh. Oh. Oh yeah, you're fucked, bro. seen that one. Dink. Dink, dink. He ain't gonna stop. Here we go. It's scary. Oh shit! Oh, karma. That's what you get, dude. That's what you fucking get. Man, hydroplaned. These don't hit like ultimate dash cam. Oh, here we go. Yeah, this is better. What the fuck? What the fuck just happened there? Oh, these guys are fighting right now. He's like, nah, man, I'm first, bro. They got some beef. Oh, the nature. Oh, they'll probably put it on the bumper. Oh no. They put it on the bumper of the other car. Oh my god, dude. I always wanted to drive one of these, but not like that. I'll allow it though. Dude, there's so much going on. What's gonna happen, truck? Ooh. He took everybody out. Gee, you're going way too fast, dog. Why was he going that fast? She's like, I heard it and then I came out. Yo, you're fired, dude. Yeah, dude. Don't even bother trying to clean it up. Just pack up your shit and go home, bro. You're fired. What is he trying to do, bro? Oh, seen that happen a dozen times. In real life, it was awesome. What's happening? What's happening? Oh! That's why you don't go in between cars, bro. That's why you don't go in between cars. Holy fuck. That's so scary. Again. Oh. I'm telling you, the people from these other countries, oh my god, what if there was another person on that? What if there was a person on that shit? Yo. Yeah, you're stupid. But like, it always seems like these people from these other countries and those giant trucks just don't look at all. Oh, it doesn't even stop to help him. That's a true friend right there. Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, that's what you get, bro. Yeah, fuck you, bro. They just don't care, dude. That's fucking terrible. Is it gonna be right above a door? No. Flooding the whole thing out, man. Yo, is that horse okay? What the fuck? Yo, they didn't even gonna fucking stop or nothing, dude. That's a horse hit and run. I've never seen a horse hit and run. Holy fuck. What were you expecting to happen here, dude? I don't understand. Well, that's what you get for screwing around. That made me flinch, dude. That's not fair. Seen it. Seen that one, dude. That one's in like 4 different ones. Oh. Yo, you ain't gonna beat a car, bruh. We got to fight on the right side, lower right corner. We got to fight. We got to fight. Oh my god. We knocked down the wall. Fuck them both up. Fight, disperse. I think you need that, dude. Pretty sure you need that tire. Yeah, that's your tire, dude. This ain't gonna end well. Oh. Oh, is that water? Yeah, that's water. My man forgot to put his car in park. Just keep driving, dude. Donk. Whoever engineered that setup is an idiot. That's a fucking storm. Why is that guy walking through that? Like, go inside, dude. These are so fucking scary. I'm glad we don't have this shit in my area. Final Destination type shit, dude. God damn, nobody paying attention. That dog has something to say, though. That dog in the bottom left corner has something to say. Oh, here we go. Oh! Come on, fall. Drop the car. Yeah. Human air, baby. Love it. Oh, shit. Why would you do that? That could have broke your leg, dude. You know how fast that tire is actually going? Why, dude? No. Stop. It just broke for no reason. Why is it that anybody looking though? Like it looked like nobody in either of those cars were paying attention to anything. That's why you never go to green light immediately. You give it a couple seconds. Always. What the fuck? Now, oh, synchronization right there. Oh, that was fucking creepy. Glitch in the Matrix, bro.
Savory. I'm a pig smoker and you're a fucking pig. Beat it. Have a nice day. Bye-bye, loser.
Yup. What the fuck was that? What's going on? Oh, there's a truck on fire up there. Holy shit. Oh yeah, and the rest of the tunnel's fucked. That's fucking frightening, dude. That sucks, bro. You just fucking mind your business and there's something in the middle of the fucking road. GG's. All right, guys, GG. We're gonna hop out of here. That was a good night. We had a good time. Appreciate y'all. We're gonna get our clips done and head to bed. Gotta go to work tomorrow morning. Like a good boy. And yeah, we'll probably be back tomorrow. We'll be back tomorrow with X-Defiant. X-Defiant. And Titanfall. All right, GG's. Love y'all.